It's alive. I mean, we're alive.
And we're back.
A dinosaur story.
We're back after a small 6-day and 23-hour break.
Yes. We are back.
It was a long commercial.
It was. Hello.
Hello, I'm Philip,
I'm Tommy.
and this is RCX Unfiltered, where something happens some point in time in life. Yeah, we have no idea. We have lots of stuff to talk about, though. None of it may be important, but we're going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's what we do every week. Unless Tess comes up with something important. If she comes up with something important, we'll be right on top of it.
Yes, we will mock it. I mean, talk about it at length.
Tonight on Cooking Chicken with Tess, we will be,
We'll do a field trip one.
that's what we need to set up a bar, like a little bar right here in front of the camera one day, and just like chop up stuff just for
fun.
Yeah. Bye, Gregory.
See ya.
And hello. So there, we've got the 3 hellos. So we're gonna talk about some books,
Mm-hmm.
fall festival,
Yep. And
stuff that's been going on this last week.
nothing's been going on.
Lots of stuff's been going on, right? Something's had to happen.
I mean,
What's
you
happened?
you went to SBX.
I did. Gregory finished alphabetizing books,
He did, yeah. Yeah.
so that's
So the back issues are alphabetized finally.
and we're putting stuff out on. Tommy's putting stuff out on top.
Yep. We're rearranging some things. We're putting books out.
So more books will be coming out now, then, right?
Yes. I've got a couple boxes of Star Wars books I'll be pricing tomorrow.
Old Star Wars books, new Star Wars books, a
Well,
mix.
it's the current Marvel stuff, but it goes back a few years. Like I just priced a chunk of the first run of Dr. Aphra today.
More importantly, how's the parking lot coming along? It's a parking lot.
Oh,
So-
actually, it looks pretty good.
We've got a couple of new handicap accessible spots.
Mm-hmm.
You can just come up on the sidewalk now, which is very nice.
Yeah, there's no step up at all. You just goes right into the parking lot. They brought us some bushes.
Yep.
Yesterday?
So where the drainage leaves the roof and goes into the ground, they've actually put dirt and planted bushes there. Now they still haven't done anything down at Kroger.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, I just don't know how much Kroger keeps paying them off to not touch their stuff.
Well, I will say when I was down at Kroger earlier, I talked to one of the employees, and they are going to be doing the lot, but they're not going to be doing the thing where they come up to the sidewalk.
Okay.
So, but I don't know why. Kroger, I guess, just decided don't mess with our sidewalk.
Yeah. I mean, well, Kroger has the money.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, Kroger basically pays for this whole.
I did. My Facebook memories popped up the last couple of days to let me know that the last time the parking lot was paved was 12 years ago.
I was close.
Yeah, we thought it was like 15.
We were close.
So yeah, we're pretty close.
Yeah. But it actually looks nice. They still haven't finished the top part of the bricks, though. Of the bricks on the columns.
Yeah. The first one that they did, which was the experiment, I guess, which was the one all the way down here. Yeah, the one.
Nice for Barnaby.
Yeah. So right. So the only column that had something strapped to it is the first one that they had to do, and they haven't done any of the rest of them like that.
Yep.
But they had to do that one.
Yeah.
That one. Like it literally. Our poor little free library, Barnaby. Yes, he had to be moved and all that. So they still need to do all that throughout here. But I guess they're closing in. Well, there was someone in the back cutting things today, so I'm wondering if that's the tops. Because somebody was back there in the back when I got here.
Okay. No, I didn't know they were back there. Yeah.
I didn't either till I got here.
I know. Every morning that I've been coming in, there's been a million people back there, but they're working on the new ham store.
Yeah, I pressed my face up against the ham store today like a little
Yeah, there's
8-year-old kid
there's
waiting
some
in a candy
walls up
store.
in there
Yeah.
now. Yeah, yeah.
I am looking forward to the ham store. I go to Kroger every Tuesday now to get a snack. When the ham store opens, I'll be
Yeah.
going to the ham store every Tuesday to get a snack. That I'm looking forward to. So,
Bill says, no more tadpole pond by the first couple spots.
nope.
No more tadpoles.
No. It all looks nice. I'm glad they put in the handicap spots.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or handy-capable spots.
And then
whatever
they,
they're called now.
One day last week, the electrician was out here putting in new bulbs and stuff. So the parking lot should be well lit at night.
Because they added at least 2 new light structures.
Yeah.
Which
Which
probably more than that, but 2 down in our area.
So the guy who came out to do that, the electrician, is the guy that used to play Magic here 100 years ago. So like I saw him standing out there. So I went out and talked to him for a few minutes, and he said that, yeah, it was Bear. They did not tell him how many lights he needed. So he's like, I got to come back tomorrow because I don't have any more lights.
Yes.
But that was last week. So we should have plenty of light out there now.
Yeah. So looking forward to the new lighting.
Yeah.
As it is 7 o'clock, and it is getting dark outside.
Yeah.
It will we will jump ship soon with the daylight. So then Tess would just be stuck here like a lighthouse all the time.
Yep. Never leaving.
And then we'll talk about more in a little bit, but we got Fall Festival coming up in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So tell everyone, because it is actually, we'll go through some of the lists later, but it's actually gotten fairly large.
Yeah.
A lot of writers, creators, and vendors.
Tess and I were talking about this earlier. We're going to be like spotlighting different people and posting up on all the socials.
Do I need to bring you a big battery light so you can spotlight on them?
Please.
Okay.
I would love that.
Right. Hey, look. There's a picture spotlight.
Mhm.
But yeah, so it's actually turning in to one of our largest shows actually.
Yeah, we
so,
picked up a lot of authors this
Yep.
time, which is exciting, I think, for us.
and we've had, even the last week, we've had a bunch of people reach out to us that we've never worked with before. So we'll be talking about a bunch of them. We'll talk about some tonight probably, but we'll be talking about it.
Mhm.
Right. That's right. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
All right.
Do we all agree on this?
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah, I was.
All hands in.
We have an accord.
Cool.
Yay.
Just kidding. I have a Civic.
Not in the chord form. Okay. All right. We'll talk about books. Let's do books for really quick. Books may not take that long tonight.
Yeah, we didn't really have time to read a lot this week.
Well, most of our books didn't show up till yesterday at 3:30.
Yeah,
I only know that because Tommy told me that a little while ago. I was not here.
yesterday was a long day.
I showed up yesterday morning here and there was no book, so I just went out and went home. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
All right. First, tonight we're going to talk about Superman Lost, number 6 of 10, where Superman is lost in space. We are now 19 years lost. 19 years.
Yep.
Imagine being away from home for 19 years.
Yeah.
Go, Tommy, go.
I don't even know what to say. Like, the book is
insane.
Yeah, the last couple issues, we haven't even gotten to see Lois or Bruce or anything that's going on now. This is all flashbacks to
The first couple of pages was now
Oh, right, with Flash.
with Flash and
Yeah.
Bruce.
Yeah, I honestly, I just read that a few hours ago, and I had forgotten already that Flash was even.
So
in it.
the first 2 pages take place day 26 after he got back from being lost for at least 19 years. Because we're 19 years away of Superman being lost, and he's stuck with a crazy Green Lantern.
Yeah, like
I guess crazy is not the right word,
Yeah,
but she's she's off.
She shouldn't have the ring.
No, she should not have a ring.
And like Superman's trying to teach her to be a Green Lantern, but
evidently she has an early version of the ring before the Guardians infected it with the yellow.
Yeah.
Making it impervious to yellow.
Yeah, so she's still susceptible to anything yellow.
Right. And it doesn't quite work as well as other things. So there's things going on there, but so the first few issues of this I read, I was really kind of like, I have no idea what's going on. But things cleaned up a little bit, I think, in this issue, or the pacing is better now. They're splitting between the past and present better. How about that? I feel that's a thing.
Yeah, we're just basically getting like a page or two of present, and then it all goes to the flashback.
But I mean, it hasn't been Superman being truly like he's year 19 in, and basically he's still depressed because like he hasn't gotten over being away from Lois for 19 years.
Yeah.
And Earth. Like he still can't get past that, which is I guess kind of an interesting dynamic for the Man of Super. So now this might be my pick of the week. Maybe. I don't know what my pick of the week's going to be. It may be Two-Headed Chicken, just because it's Two-Headed Chicken and it's Tom Engelberger.
That's fair.
But, so we all know I already like Kelly Thompson, and she's writing a book called The Cull. And this is issue 2 from Image that just came out. Now, the first thing that I'm going to tell you is the art in this book is unbelievable.
It's so pretty.
Like, it is kind of hyper realistic for what's going on, and it is just amazing. And I am not going to pronounce the artist's name because I will just butcher it. I mean, if you want to try to pronounce it, Mattia D.
IULIS.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try.
Here, Tess.
I'm not doing that. No.
I'm pretty sure it's Italian.
Oh, yeah, I would think so. But would you like to talk about this book?
I don't even know what to say, man. Like, it broke my brain a couple times. There's a lot of like high concepts, a lot of heavy like introspection and like questions about the universe. And I don't know. It is.
So with the first issue, it's these group of kids who are getting ready to go on their separate ways to like college and stuff. So they're going to do one kind of last little film thing, and then they find a portal to not necessarily another dimension or like a Earth 2, but it's like an in-between space.
Yeah.
That's what they're surmising. It's an in-between space. And so that kind of is all the first issue. And then this is them continuing on in this new space. Now, if you looked at the first issue, we know something bad's going to happen because at the first page of the first issue is all these creatures are coming out of this portal hole. So that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
But that was in the first issue. But evidently something has happened to one of the girls' brother, or
one of the girl's brothers. I think he died.
Well, they make it seem like he went through this portal, maybe, and they were in the ocean and he disappeared.
Right. And
now they found this portal, so her mind is thinking her brother went through this portal, so that's why they kind of like, hey, let's go do this because what could go wrong?
And it's like any group of friends from high school. You've got a lot of different personality types.
And we have those.
Yeah.
I enjoy the book. Like, I really do like the book. Like, it's Kelly Thompson, so I'm going to enjoy it. And it's a lot, but it is a lot.
It is very good. I'm excited to see how it ends up.
Yeah, because you're just sitting there thinking it can't end well. But I have no idea. Like, I don't know how they're going to premise this whole thing and go into this different Earth. But the art is just so really pretty.
Yeah, it's very pretty. It's a beautiful book.
It's crazy. But that is the cull.
Yeah.
And number 2 will be out tomorrow. Superman Lost is out today.
Mhm.
Batman Gargoyle is out today.
Yeah, there was honestly, I had a bunch of books I wanted to read today, and
We just have it.
yeah. Well, had they showed up at a normal time yesterday, I would have been able to read more. It just didn't work out today.
I will tell y'all, if y'all have not jumped onto this Batman book, so 137 came out last week.
We talked about it
last week.
Yeah.
And then 138 showed up for me to read as a preview. And I completely forgot that Catwoman is between those two things. But holy moly, 138.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Batman 138 is insane. Like that whole thing, yes, Batman is the villain. He is 100% the villain in this whole thing, and it is crazy. And the first 3 pages of Batman 138 is unreal.
I'm excited to read it.
Like it is. Like, I really want to tell y'all because Tommy hasn't read it yet, but I came in here and told him. I told him the first 2 pages because I'm like, let me tell you some crazy stuff right now. So whatever they're doing with this and how they're setting up Batman with this. So if you want to jump on that, I think we still have some 137s.
Oh yeah, we do.
And we still have the Batcat one. Yeah. So
with the one shot that kicks it off, I kind of went a little heavy on it because the previews and stuff that I saw looked amazing.
I haven't read a Batman book. I read Batman on and off, right? Like I know about this whole personality thing he did. And if you don't know, he got his hand cut off in this whole last storyline when he was jumping through multiverses. It's a long story. But this Batman story is insane. Like it's truly insane. It is very much worth reading to see everyone versus Batman. Oh, I didn't tell you another part 138.
Sorry.
I'm going to tell you. No, I'm going to tell you later. Nightwing has enough.
Oh. That's exciting.
It's a good thing Tim was there. That's all I'm telling you, man. This book, I'm telling y'all, if y'all ever like Batman and y'all haven't read it in a long time, you should read this. All right. We'll move on from that. Sorry. Lots of spoiler alerts, but man. Next is from Penguin Classics comes the Marvel Collection.
Now, the first 3 of these came out 6 months ago.
It's been a little bit longer than that.
Has it been longer than that?
In our time, yes, it was 6 months
ago. And they were amazing.
Right. It was Spider-Man,
Black Panther, and Captain America were the first 3. Yeah. And they have like essays in there. Right. The Black Panther one especially, I was a big fan of. And so this week we've got the next 3, which are X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and then my pick of the week, the Avengers.
Woohoo!
So these are like the first.
Well, they don't go in order.
Yeah, they don't go in it. I think they're chronologically in order. They're just not like
you don't get
whatever.
Yeah, you don't get issue like 1 and 2 and like the Avengers. Like the Avengers, I'll tell you. So the Avengers, you get issues 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it jumps to 9, 16, 26, 28. So it's hitting like big pieces of what made the history in this early on.
Yeah.
So
number 4 being the important one.
And these are $28 with all of these issues. And then, like Tommy said, there's, like the creator, there's write-ups. I know you can't really read this, but there's write-ups on all the creators during that time. There's more like talking about the collection. And they do these in hardcover too.
Yep.
So
hardcovers are pretty. I got the soft covers because they're a little cheaper. But anyway, they are really, really well done. I was pretty impressed with the first batch.
Spoiler alerts.
Yeah, spoilers for this book that came out in the 60s.
Maybe, yeah, just want you to know. Spoiler alert. Giant man. So anyway,
He's a huge man.
yes, he's a huge dude. But I think Penguin's going to keep doing these. I think it's a ongoing set, so they'll probably get one every.
Thing I find weird is that like instead of doing like one a month or one every other month, it's like here's 3 on the same week.
Yeah, well, you know,
It's weird.
obviously not to them.
Yeah.
They see value in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, they're really cool. So, if you're don't necessarily want to pick up the $100 Marvel Masterworks, I mean, you get the complete story, but these are actually really well done on everything. So, pretty cool.
Yep.
What else is out this week? Werewolf by Night, which
Alligator
is a one
Loki.
shot. Alligator Loki. Is that a one shot or?
I don't remember if it's a one shot. If it's a mini, it's like a 4-issue mini, but I think it's a one shot.
Yeah, I can't remember. You would think we know this stuff, but it just all came out.
Yeah.
So
it was
really...
on my stack of things to be read.
Yeah, I can't remember all that stuff.
Yeah.
So there was a Spider-Man book that came out this week, but I think it's actually reprinting the Marvel Universe, whatever their online. There was a Spider-Man online story. I think it was that.
Yeah. I flipped through it. It looks cool, but I did not have time to read it.
Yeah. So that comes out. What else was out for DC this week? Green Lantern 3 finally came out.
All right. The big book for DC this week, is as far as the way I ordered it, was the Batman #1 facsimile edition.
That's true.
I ordered more of the blank sketch cover than I did of the main cover. So if you've ever wanted a cheap copy of Batman #1, this is the time to get it. I know we've got a lot of local artists that do a lot of Batman related stuff.
Yeah.
So I ordered a ton of them so that we would have them in stock for a while.
I mean, it's a really good facsimile to do. Like Batman #1 is kind of a
man. I've said this a bunch of times, and I mentioned it to.
That means three times he said it.
I mean, I want to say I talked to Dan Didio about this when he was still in DC years ago. Like, why not reprint the first 200 issues of Batman at $8 a pop?
Well, so they've kind of listened a little, right? Because they're reprinting the 3-part Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Which is whatever.
War of the Gods?
Yeah, I think War of the Gods. So they're which is the Perez, right?
Yeah, the third one comes out. Oh, the third one came out today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they are starting to learn and do things like that. So they are reprinting the 3-part Perez, issues 1, 2, and 3 for that. So I think they're going to do more and more of that, just very, very slowly.
It's just wild to me that like they own all this stuff. People want it. Like there's a market for people to read Golden Age Batman and Superman stuff.
Yeah, because sometimes the only way you can do it is get a $150 omnibus, and people just don't want to plop down that, or even like the Marvel Masterworks. No one wants to plop down $100 for 15 issues. And
like $8 is a lot to spend on a single comic, unless the comic is worth $300,000.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. So what's your choice? $8 or $300,000?
Yeah. Like it seems reasonable.
Yeah. So when you look at like the reprint game, right? Like let's look at Amazing Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
Or Amazing #1. It hasn't been reprinted in a single issue that many times.
No.
Like other than like the Masterworks or the big trades or omnibuses
or the mighty Marvel Masterworks,
right? Like the new little ones that they've got coming out now, but like the single issue like reprints, like that just doesn't happen.
Yeah,
that much, and I don't know why they don't, especially like Atlas stuff. Like why wouldn't Marvel reprint some of the old Atlas stuff that just is out there?
I don't know.
Why, Tess?
Shrug.
So Bill has a question.
Yes, Bill.
Have you read any of the Hulk that is going on? Horror? ?
I have not.
I'm not.
I
either.
haven't read a Hulk book in a long time.
Yeah.
I read the first issue of Immortal Hulk, and I was like, "Oh, this is an interesting take on the character." And then I didn't read anymore.
Yeah, I haven't read any of them.
Yeah.
I haven't read Hulk actually in a very, very long time.
And then when I saw that Ryan Otley was jumping on the art, I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then I read that first issue, and I was like, "Oh, that's too bad." I don't know why Marvel keeps giving Otley assignments that are like not great. Because he, when he was on Amazing Spider-Man, that was the Nick Spencer run. We were both like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we both like Otley
a lot,
but some of the it kind of goes back to that whole run of Romita Jr.'s first run on Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
On Iron Man, it was fine. On Spider-Man, not so much because he was boxy. Like Spider-Man being boxy doesn't necessarily, for me, it didn't work.
Yeah, same.
So, yeah, I've heard good things on the Hulk, but I have not. Like I said, I just have not read a Hulk book in a very long time.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I think about 4 or 5 months ago, I sat down and reread Old Man Logan, which is the close to a Hulk book that I've gotten in a very long time. And She-Hulk, I'm reading She-Hulk. I guess that's a Hulk book.
I can't say this for certain because I haven't read it, but I heard that the book is incredible.
When Jacqueline and I first started dating, and still up to this day, the way I describe stuff is always good or fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's as bad as well I can go. And then she used to fuss at me. And like, can't you give like some more emphasis? And so basically I used to just cycle through all the Marvel adjectives. That's incredible. That's amazing. That's uncanny. And it just finally, she went, stop, just stop. But I did the same. Like I would just cycle through. I'm like, it's all just fine or good to me. But like, if you need more, like, luckily I've been reading comics. I've been reading comics for almost 50 years. I'm good. I've got a whole list of adjectives. Yeah. And then she finally told me to quit doing that too. So, but I'm just saying that's how it rolls.
Yeah.
So we got that. That's enough.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good stuff that's actually coming out this week, but most of it is on this side that I've read too.
Yeah, there's a million kids books. We got a couple of we got 3 cookbooks coming out this week.
A Pokemon. Got a Pokemon.
One is a
cookbook.
Pokemon
It's a
baking
book. Not a
by our
cookbook.
friend Jarrett.
Yep.
Melendez, who we had here on Free Comic Book Day.
And we just found out right before we went on the show, the book comes out tomorrow, which we have, and it's going to a second printing.
Yep.
So,
which seems crazy for a cookbook.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I haven't really heard of a cookbook going to a second printing.
Yeah.
Like in a long time. Right.
Yeah.
Like that's
so good for him.
Good for him. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. That is pretty unbelievable. So, and yesterday Jared announced that he's getting ready to do another book, but his whole post was like redacted. It's like, it was pretty funny actually.
Hey, you bake a Pokemon, you throw them in the oven.
Yeah, throw them in the oven. They're really small.
I mean, you got to deal with the Pika, but beyond that, it's fine. Wow.
Is that like the lobster? Like it's not a lobster screaming?
Exactly.
It's just
exactly.
It's just the air being released or something. Yep. Wow. That poor kid.
Oh man.
Yes, you do have to catch them first, though. But that's a whole different
But
thing.
once you start catching them, then you have to catch them all, and then keep adding new ones. So I wouldn't recommend it.
Huh. They'll just come out with more. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine. Are we gonna go battle? Yes, we are, kid. Yes, we are. Aw. Open them up right in the oven. Wow, this went dark really quick.
Mm-hmm.
For a fictional cartoon thing, it's still
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
dark really quick.
I mean, you got animated dog fighting, basically.
Yeah, I guess that's
Like, you know, I got this critter. Go fight the other critter.
Wow, that's even more depressing now that you
Yeah.
said that out loud.
Well, the thing that makes it okay is that Pete is real mad at him because of it.
Really?
And that makes me not care as much.
Yeah. Wow. I guess it is kind of.
Yeah.
But they're bred for
Mhm.
Come on, man. You have to go there. You have to go there. We are doing absolutely nothing for
No.
Batman Day.
We're not going to Batman Day this year.
No.
We've done it every other year in the past, and every other year in the past it just wasn't worth
Yeah,
it.
this is we have ever since Batman Day started, we have carried all the Batman Day books.
Mm-hmm.
We've tried to do some events. We tried to tell people about it, try to get people to just come get the books, and we always end up with the same number of books that we start
Yeah.
Batman Day with. And once again, it always sounds bad when I say this, but the facts are just like Free Comic Book Day, nothing is free about it, right? Like, so the Batman Day books, even though there's a lot of you give away these books, we have to buy the books. Just like on Free Comic Book Day, we buy those books, just like on Halloween Comic Fest. And so when you buy the books and you have them on the counter and you try to do stuff, and it's been going on for at least 10 years?
It's been a while. It's been a
Or
long time.
I mean, it's been going on for a long time. And so this is the first year that we said we are just not doing Batman Day. We're not going to worry with the books. We're putting our focus into like the fall festival to make things fun for everyone. And those things seem to work better for us than just a Batman Day.
Yeah.
So, and Batman Day is this Saturday. So I'm sure there will be some other shops in town
I would
doing
think,
doing some stuff. They may have some of the books, but we are not carrying them this year. So, because most of them are, I think everything's a reprint, pretty much.
The only one that wasn't a reprint was the Gotham War, but it's excerpts from like the first 3 or 4 parts of Gotham War.
Right.
And like half of it has no lettering. Part of it was black and white.
So it's in essence, it is going to be a reprint book.
Yeah, it basically,
Like you may get something in it that hasn't come out yet, but it's based by the time
it's
it is.
going to,
Yeah, so all the Batman stuff is just really going to be some kind of reprint book that happened earlier on. And so, and then some of them was even stuff that they did for like Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
Like it was another rehash of that. So it's no new material really is what we're kind of getting at. So,
yeah.
So it's just those days are hard. Just like we've never been able to get much traction on the Halloween Comic Fest stuff either.
Well, I think that's because there's so much stuff happening in Richmond the weekend of Halloween.
100%. Like Richmond on Halloween weekend is
crazy.
insane. Like every other place has come get free candy or come through a free haunted house or we're going to just throw this party downtown on Browns Island for free. Come get barbecue.
Yeah.
Like,
and
why
then there's
wouldn't you
a
do
zombie
that?
run through Carytown. There's just so much stuff going on that weekend that it just, our Halloween Comic Fest, no matter how much we promote it, no matter how many people we have out as like creators or whatever, just never worked out. Which is why last year we tried Fall Festival.
Right.
And it worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
So we're trying a different date this year before Halloween. We'll see.
Right.
I think it's going to work a little better.
Yeah.
It would definitely be a little less leery about the weather at the end of September than in
November.
In November.
But last year we were kind of trying to mix in between shows, and this is the same way this year, right? Like there's lots of shows and conventions and everything else going on throughout these days, and that weekend which is the 30th, right?
September 30th.
Yeah,
yes.
September 30th is the fall festival. It was the only one that didn't really have anything going on.
Mhm.
Baltimore was this past weekend. SPX, which Jacqueline and I was at, which is Small Press Expo. We were at there this past weekend for the 2 days. And there's just something always going on at other shows up and down. Like New York's coming up soon.
Yeah. I've
So it's
seen a
always
lot of
something. Yeah.
promotion for that this week.
So, yep. Always something going on.
Yeah.
So, yes, September the 30th, Saturday, is our second fall festival.
Mhm.
Wow. Number 2.
Next year we'll get to add annual to it.
That's right. So we're just at the second fall festival right
Yep,
now.
You have to wait till the third year to add annual.
Yes. Those are the rules.
Yep.
And it's going to be running from 11 to 5. At least that's what this flyer says right here that you
5?
can't read.
Oh, 6.
This flyer
It's
says
11 to 5.
Oh, I guess it's 11 to 5. I need to change the information on the Facebook a bit.
Yeah, I have no idea. I just go on by what's here.
Okay.
Does it say 11 to 5 everywhere, or do I just have an old flyer?
I don't know.
The ones I
11 to
posted
5,
say
11 to 6. It'll
Yeah.
be 11 until people stop showing up.
Yeah. I mean, that's still 6 hours.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a long day.
That's
yeah.
a long day.
Like most Comic Cons, at least the ones here in Richmond, are like 4 or 5 hours. So
Yeah. So, yeah, there'll still be lots going on. And we've got lots and lots of people.
So one of our, a couple of our regulars who usually come out can't make it, but that's offset by the like 6 or 7 new people that we've got coming.
Yeah. Like Geeky Pierre would be here, J&K Pixel, 2 Fluffy J's, Northside Design 3D. They were here. They started coming.
I can't
It's Free
remember.
Comic Book Day, right?
Were they here for Comic Book
Yeah.
Day? Because I know I had them out at the Powhatan Comic Con.
Yeah, so we had them at Free Comic Book Day, and then they were at there, and then they did the Richmond Library Show too. So
yeah.
So
Super
they'll be
nice,
here.
super nice guy.
So nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a lot of cool stuff. Pen Pals. Which one was Pen Pals?
That's one that Jacqueline was dealing
Oh,
with.
is that the so there's so she does different like crochet. Was that the crochet one?
Maybe.
I believe so. I'm sorry. I'll get next week. We'll talk better about this.
I'll make a chart.
Yeah. So we've got a new vendor. I believe Pen Pals is her. If I'm wrong, we will correct it all next week. But I do know we have a vendor that does a lot of crochet.
And they are adorable.
Yeah, like
God,
the
they're
Ninja
so cute.
Turtles or
Yeah.
like all kind of different things. And it is pretty amazing.
Mhm.
Knickknacks,
That's our friend Nikki.
which is that friend
This is the first time she set up here. She set
Right.
up a bunch of other stuff around town. I see her stuff on Instagram all the time, and she and I have talked about it a bunch.
Yep.
But this is the first time she set up here, so I'm excited for that.
Yep. Birdie Boy.
He's coming back.
Right. He was here for
He was here for Fall Festival last year.
and then
and Free Comic Book Day. Yep.
And then Stephen Burks, who has been supporting us since the dawn of time, along with David Himmeling and Nick Justice.
Mhm.
So those are our 3 big artist creators
Yep.
that we have here. And like Stephen and David's been here going on.
So I've been doing Free Comic Book Day here for 19 years because I showed up for a Free Comic Book Day, I think 1
he
year
just showed up one day like a lost puppy.
before I started really working.
We were all here working. This lonely lost Tommy who just walks in the door. We put down a bowl of food and
And
water.
I don't think they were there at that one, but it was
not long.
I think
after.
they've been doing it at least 15 years.
Yeah, they've been here forever supporting us. Nick Justice is going to be here. He's if you haven't met Nick, Nick's usually here. He's been here for everything for the last
For a while. Yeah.
now. He was part of the Kubert School.
Yep.
Right. So
He did a bunch of stuff here and then went away to the Kubert School.
Yep.
And then came back.
Yep.
He's got an all ages pirate theme book called Anne Bonny that we carry. I don't remember when the next issue is coming out, but
it's supposed to be soonish.
I saw
him.
he's working on it.
Yep.
I've seen some of the stuff he's been working on.
Then we have Bill Bloom, which is a writer.
He is a right. Yep. We picked up several new writers.
Mary Tarini.
Tirani.
Shoo, man, life is hard.
Mhm.
And then Andrea, I am going to mess up Andrea's name. Yeah, Beatrice Arango. I apologize, Andrea. Andrea was here last fall festival. Her second novel is coming out. Actually, just coming out this week.
Came out today. We've got a ton of copies on hand.
So here's her second novel that came out. Her first novel was that book there, which ended up winning all kind of awards.
Yeah.
So it ended up going on the circuit last year, and every award that it could pick up, it picked up last year. So
we're super excited to have her.
Yeah. So we are really excited to have her back again. And then I think we picked up a couple more people. We'll get those.
I've added a couple more people this week that I haven't quite added to the event yet, and
because we have Heroes and Villains, who is a mental health.
Right. That's Philip's been working with that one, not me. So I completely blanked on that.
So they're going to be here. So they'll be on the next release of this.
Yeah, and I've picked up two more authors since we made that flyer. So yeah, we've got a lot of local authors coming in. One of which, the two authors that I've picked up recently, I think they both have their second novel about to come out, and one of them has Richmond Comics as a setting, as like a place in their first novel. Which Phoebe showed me a couple of pages from that novel, and I can tell you exactly who was working here when they were writing it, based on the actions of that human in that scene.
I'm sure that there was no.
I'm sure all people are fictional.
All fictional with no person living or dead. That is a part of that. So it's turning out to be a fairly large fall festival. Yeah. So it's going to be a lot of good people, and I'm sure we'll have some giveaways and stuff. Where Jacqueline and I've been working on some giveaway stuff. I think we'll probably have a Monopoly game to give away.
Cool.
So with Richmond Comics in the Monopoly game. If y'all didn't know that, Richmond Comics is in a Monopoly game. I think y'all missed the show about 2 or 3 months ago.
So also last week, I redid the wall where we normally have the expensive books, and it's all sketch covers by various artists up and down the East Coast. Some of the names you will recognize.
Is the Liefeld one still over there?
The Liefeld one, I do have a Liefeld sketch cover where he did a Deadpool sketch. It was not as expensive as I thought.
Yeah. So we have some David Hindeling.
We do have a couple David Hindeling originals. I spent a lot of time researching the values of these books. It took forever. So
we'll get more into all of that. We'll go back through all the fall festival stuff. Whew, rain. I drink water.
Right,
I drink water, and it all went sideways. So let's see here. Questions, like any good Halloween comics to recommend?
I mean,
like I wouldn't say Halloween other than the Long Halloween, Batman Long Halloween, but there's so many horror comics out right now.
If you want something that's kind of fun and quirky, the Chilling Adventures line from Archie, whether it's the Afterlife with Archie or Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, or when Jughead was a werewolf or whatever.
Right.
Like all those books are weird and fun.
Yeah. And there's lots of middle grade.
Yeah, R.L. Stein has been doing some graphic novels for based on Goosebumps. I think they're brand new stories based on like his old Goosebumps stuff that Boom's been putting out.
Five Nights at Freddy.
Oh yeah, we got some Five.
There's a lot. I mean, there's so much stuff out there that's not necessarily a Halloween theme, but I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff that is just kind of Halloween theme or fall festival type theme.
Yeah.
So, and to answer Brian, Tommy just never left. He showed up one day. He curls up in the corner in the back every night. We feed and water him. Mm-hmm. So don't really.
They chain me to the desk. Don't let him lie to you.
He gets free reign of the store. It's fine. Like he can run anywhere. He's fine. He can unlock the door and run around the lot and come back in and stuff. But yeah, I mean, we make sure he's like fed and watered and all that, like we're supposed to.
If you want to read what I think is the best horror comic that's come out in the last few years, we just restocked today, Bill, all of the Something is Killing the Children trade paperbacks.
Hey, we did.
Yep. Put those all on the shelf today.
Woohoo!
Woo.
Let's see here. Yep, he does in the back, warm pile of comics. So we have to strip cover books sometimes to just damage books or things like that. So that's the bedding that we use for Tommy. So we lay all those extra books down there and we give him a little like bedding of the paper. That way, if accidents happen, it's easy for us to clean up and
We have to be careful what we feed him as well.
yeah,
He can't eat, like,
you
anything.
gotta, yeah,
It's true.
like you gotta keep him on that kibble. If you try to change his food, it's like really gassy and stuff, and that just doesn't really work.
Okay, it's 7:46.
Is it? Oh, man,
Time flies when you're talking nonsense.
yeah, this was fun. But we will be harping on the fall festival over the next few weeks. Jacqueline and I was at Small Press Expo, like we mentioned. We'll be putting some videos out for that on YouTube. So check out our YouTube channel because Tess is putting out her reads of the week, which I did download, by the way, last night. So I'll get that uploaded this week. If you haven't been in the store lately to see the giant Megazord, go out to YouTube and watch Tommy and I chat about unboxing that thing. So
I've had several people come in and be like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, because it's something else.
Yeah,
so.
it's huge.
All right. Anyway, everyone, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot. We will talk to y'all later. Have a good week, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Bye, Tess.